So today I took three trades. We'll start with US oil because that's the first one I took. So yesterday when I was like, I was in sales, but I kept a tight stop because I see where we are on the overall time frame, and that's like on the monthly, on a level of monthly support right here. Right, so once I saw the rejection from here, that's when I was like, hold on here. I was like, okay, cool. I feel like the H4 could potentially print a head and shoulders. And it did. So this morning we were more so, made a higher, actually that's not a higher low. I mean a higher high because there's nothing to compare it to. But here we start, we have a higher low and then we have a higher high. And then we have like some level of a higher low. And so the first thing I was looking for was for some buys. And since the 15-minute, around 6 a.m. was bearish, I just had to wait for it to print a double bottom and then enter in. And that went nicely. Mm, I took some GJ sells today. I took some on a prop and I closed on profit, nice profit, when I was like literally all the way down here. And then I had some on my live account, but I exited that at a loss just because I was up on oil and US30 and I was like, okay, I'm cool exiting the trade. And I think where I had my stop loss, it would have gotten hit anyways. Yeah, it would have gotten hit anyways. I wonder if there was like news or something. Not even. Yeah, it was just a little bit funky. Because I guess the most ideal place for the stop loss to have been would be above these highs. Yeah, and knowing me, I kind of tend to like once something breaks, I'll adjust the stop loss, to tighten it. But that doesn't always work out, and that's just fine. But yeah, I had GJ cells, I saw my double top right here, and then I entered in. So that went kind of well. And then for US30, right? So on the 4 hour time frame, I realized that we were hitting point A and a point B and then another one. So I do believe that um the 4 hour is about to have a bit of a bearish run, which I probably should take advantage of instead of just talking about it. Yeah, a bearish run. And this is why. In order for a trend to ever change, it has to print some type of chart pattern. And this is, stuff that I've learned recently, like in the past few months. So what I see here is a double top. Not only do we have a double top, but we have a break of the neckline. Like, girl. So it looks like we will probably be having a bearish breakout to the downside, maybe back to, oh, I don't know, womp. That's a possibility, right? But today, in today's trade, because I saw where we were to the left, and I get my entries from the 1 minute anyway, so I was like, it'll just be a quick little thing. Once I saw, hold on. So I did look at the 15-minute chart again, but I didn't wait for the 15-minute bullish candle to close, right? So we had a level of support here, and then when price printed this wick and it was all the way up here, there was still like 6 minutes left, but I already entered into the trade around here because yeah, I just, level of support, higher low, I just put the stop loss there. And as price makes these new higher lows on the 1 minute, I just adjust my stop loss, right? So I just kept that trailing and that was that on that. And then on one of my accounts that has like literally $12 in it, I just did it just to see. I still believe, no, I don't know if I should because it looks like it's about to die. I still believe in a potential and maybe I shouldn't fight so hard for it because I do understand that on the weekly we're very bearish, right? I see that. So once I see a double top, right, then it would make sense to get back into that bearish bias. I just don't see it yet. I can, I mean, I guess you could consider this some type of double top pattern right here because price made a resistance here and directly to here. We have a bullish candle, but we have a bearish candle. So technically it's respecting resistance. That could definitely be it. But I don't know. I want to see like a break of something. Boom. Saint. Yeah, I guess that was all I needed. So yeah, I think, well, this price right here, it could definitely, just completely continue to go bearish because again, the higher time frames will always take over. So, so yes, we'll see. But if that wasn't the case, because I still think that we are valid until we break this level because of this right here. If I see some reversals happening on the smaller time frames, that I should take it, right? So when I saw a little head and a shoulder and a big fat head and then some breaks, I was like, okay, cool. Potentially EU or GU or both could have a little bearish run, right? And if this pattern of, maintaining this double top here on GU, like we have what I think I see the head and shoulders on the dollar, if those patterns are valid, which in my eyes they are, this could be the start of something new. It feels so right to be here with you, potentially, right? But if it starts to break under levels past here, I'm probably gonna release that theory. But because like yeah, the main thing I would want to see on the daily time frame to show me that price is not going to go in this direction anymore is a double top or a little head and shoulders. All right, and I just haven't seen that yet, so I still have like a slightly more bullish bias. But yeah, that's all. Oh yeah, and so I took a tiny sell on that account just to see because again, we have a little level of support here, a little almost wanted to be break. And then this could be oh so easily the point A, point B, coming up to the golden zone and doing your thing before continuing back to the downside. Potentially. Again, if this double top is even valid, right? Then that would be the case. But if not, then we live to trade another day and everything is just fine. Okay, I'll be trading.